about you, but I almost always have oats in my pantry. I have several recipes that I use them for, but I was in search of some new ones. So today we're gonna make 5 recipes using oats. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. We're gonna jump into the first recipe, but I have to share with you this cute little, I don't know if it's a nursery rhyme or just a song. My Nana used to sing it to me, and I think it's from long time ago. Mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. A kid'll eat ivy too, wouldn't you? I think that's right. Tell me below, do you know what that is? Mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. A kid'll eat ivy too, wouldn't you? My Nana sang it. It's a fond memory. It's all about oats. Well, let's cook. We are going to be making oatmeal bars. This is using some applesauce. It sounds like a really great snack. I want to make these a little early so that they have time to cool and I can slice them and try them here on camera. Are you going to be quiet? I am the star of the show, Mom. Recognize. I've been crying like crazy at Mom's feet. I just need a little bit of attention. Okay, let's move on. You ready? Can Mom cook? No. Absolutely not. Let's start by preheating the oven to 325. Then the recipe says to grease a 9x13 dish. I am cutting this recipe in half, so I'm using an 8x8. I've got my food processor here. You can use a blender if you don't have a food processor. Remember, I am cutting this in half, so everything I tell you is just half of the recipe. So I'm doing 1 stick of butter that I've already sliced. It is room temperature, maybe almost starting to melt a little. We're adding a 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 1 cup of flour. Let's just pop the lid on this and then we're gonna pulse it until crumbs start to form. Okay, we have some good crumbs going on there. We're gonna add in about 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon and then 1/2 cup of oats. You wanna use old-fashioned oats. You don't want to use quick oats for this one. We're just going to pulse this until it's incorporated. We're going to take half of this mixture and press it into the bottom of the pan. And it says just to use your hands. Now in this bowl, we are going to mix our filling. So I'm going to do about almost 1 cup of applesauce. If you already have the cinnamon applesauce, then great. You don't have to add the cinnamon to it. And I'm just going to be adding in about 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Let's pour this filling over top of our oat mixture. Let's just spread that out. And then we are just going to sprinkle this last bit of the oat mixture over top. This is going in a 325-degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Before we move on to our next recipe, I did want to thank Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. And there's guaranteed savings on every order. I have been a member of Thrive Market for a little over a year now, and I love all of the organic options that I can get all in one place, all online while I'm sitting at home in my PJs. Many times I like to order pantry staples, especially around this time of year, baking staples. But you can purchase so much more than just pantry staples. They have a really wide variety of products that they offer online. So I mentioned that it is membership based, but you can choose to be a member for 1 month or for a year. Obviously, it's better to do a year as far as how much you're going to be paying. 1 month membership, so the month to month is $12 a month, or you can choose to be billed annually and it comes out to $5 a month. The great thing is they guarantee that you will make back that $60 in annual savings throughout your orders over the year. If you don't, Thrive Market will credit you the difference. Another great thing is if you find that same product somewhere else for a lower price, Thrive Market will match that price. If you have a certain lifestyle or diet that you have to follow, for example, if you are gluten-free, if you eat keto, if you live a vegan lifestyle, it's very simple to filter through all of their products by using the different filters that they have for each of those lifestyles. So you can filter for over 90 different diets and values. I think that's pretty cool. Not only do they have your pantry staples, but they offer eco-friendly cleaning supplies, non-toxic beauty items, supplements, personal care items, organic kids products, wine, sustainably sourced meat and seafood, and more. All orders $49 or over are shipped for free in their carbon neutral shipping. And one of the best things about the company, in my opinion, is that they give back. So for every paid annual membership, they gift a membership to a family in need. So low-income families, teachers, veterans, they will gift a membership to them. On the order I received today, I saved $25.95, and that's pretty average for each order that I've placed. It's usually between $20, $30, sometimes up to $40 in savings compared to buying it elsewhere online or in grocery stores. So now is a great time to give Thrive Market a try. The holidays are coming up. You want to stock up on everything that you'll need in your kitchen to do all of your cooking and baking. So be sure to visit thrivemarket.com/mandyinthemaking. You are going to save 30% off of your first order. You're already saving just in general, but they're going to give you an additional 30% off your first order. Plus, they're going to give you a free gift valued up to $60. I've got the link right below in the description box. It's just thrivemarket.com/mandyinthemaking. Shop around on their website, see what you can see, and then choose your membership, either month to month or an annual membership, and start saving today. While our oatmeal bars are in the oven, we are going to switch gears and we're going to use quick cooking oats to make some oatmeal pancakes. I had my doubts about this recipe, but the reviews are outstanding. I'm going to make one little tweak to it. Let's get started. I've got my griddle over here ready. We're going to be making our pancakes there. All of the ingredients are just going straight into the blender. I'm going to start by adding 1/2 cup of our quick cooking oats and 3/4 cup of buttermilk. I am going to let these soak in the buttermilk for just a couple of minutes before we add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, moving on, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. If you have self-rising flour, I think that would be totally fine. 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I am making a tweak here. I am doing 1/2 tablespoon of white sugar. The recipe calls for a full tablespoon, but I saw in the comments that several people said that they would rather have just 1/2 tablespoon. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You know, just spill it everywhere and get you some more. It's in the technique, y'all. It's in the technique. Try this again. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We need a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And just blend this until it's smooth. So now all we need to do is pour our pancake batter onto our hot griddle. I think it's ready. Why can't I ever do this well? There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. The first one always turns out kind of wonky, but that looks really pretty. I could not have timed this better. We only have like 30 seconds left before our oatmeal bars come out. These just came out of the oven. We're gonna let them cool before we slice them. They smell so good. That's one thing. I don't know how they taste, but they will make your house smell delicious. Pancake is not your choice for breakfast, right?
Right. I don't know why. I mean,
it's just not your thing.
It's not my thing. Yeah.
So I told him he didn't have to try them, but he said, no, I want to try it. So here we are. We're having breakfast for dinner, y'all.
I mean, these are just like regular pancakes, right?
Well, they're made with oats. They taste good. They taste like pancakes.
Tastes like pancakes.
All right, I'm going to give them a try, too.
I mean, they're good.
They're good? Okay, good.
That is good. Some sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to dig in as well. I'll let y'all know what I think because I eat pancakes a lot, so I should have a good comparison for you. First of all, I ate all my eggs first because I like to dip my bacon in syrup. Let me know below, do you do that? It's like my fave. I can tell a difference from these and regular pancakes. I feel like these taste healthier, and it's not in a bad way. They are delicious, but they taste a little bit healthier. I don't know how to explain it. They're not so flour-y. Y'all know y'all come here for my very technical descriptions of things.
I just can't believe they taste like pancakes, because how do you put oats in there and then not have to be chewing them?
He said, I was expecting to have a chewy pancake, Mandy.
I mean, it tastes good. It tastes like a pancake.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
They're very, very good. Ma'am. Yeah. You weren't in last Tuesday's video and everybody was panicked. Yeah. How dare I not put you in there, right? Yeah. Tell them. Yeah. It has been quite a little while. I let these cool completely and then cut them. I cut them into pretty small squares. I think I got 9 total. It's staying together. You just gotta kind of work on it. It's pretty soft. That tastes like fall to me. The oats, the cinnamon, the apples, these are very good. I wonder how they're gonna be tomorrow because I'm gonna put them in the fridge overnight. So I wonder how they'll be after they've been cold overnight. I wonder if they'll hold together a little better than this because it's kind of falling apart, but Doesn't matter, it's good. We're gonna be making no-bake energy balls. These are great to make ahead of time and just store in the freezer and just grab them as you need them. First thing we're gonna do is just mix all of our ingredients together. I've got about 3/4 a cup of creamy peanut butter. I am cutting this recipe in half. The original recipe will be linked below. I've got about 1/4 a cup of honey, 2/3 a cup of rolled oats. I've got some vanilla protein powder. I'm gonna be using about 1/4 a cup. And I just realized I had this out and I didn't even need it out. So yeah, we don't need vanilla. I grabbed this instead of the salt. So let me go grab the salt. When you saw this in the beginning, just forget you saw this. I'm gonna be adding just a tiny little pinch of salt, about 1/16 of a teaspoon, because for the full recipe, you need 1/8 of a teaspoon. And lastly, I'm adding in about 1/4 a cup of mini chocolate chips. Mine are semi-sweet. The recipe calls for dark. We're just gonna mix all of this together. Now I've just got a baking sheet that I have covered with wax paper. I'm going to drop it by the spoonfuls here on this wax paper, and then I'll grab each one and roll them into a perfect little ball. These are just gonna go in the fridge, just like this, for about an hour. They should harden up after that. And then you can just put them in a gallon size bag and put them in the freezer just to have on hand. Okay, I just put them in the fridge, but I did taste the mixture and it's so, so good. So I give it 2 thumbs up. I am definitely craving this. This sounds so delicious and it's so easy. This is just called Mom's Peach Crisp. It's not my mom's recipe. I just got it online, but that was the name of the recipe. But it sounds so simple and so delicious. Let's do it. We are gonna preheat our oven to 350. It is definitely not peach season when I'm filming this, so I'm gonna use the help of canned peaches. I've got 2 15-ounce cans of peaches here. If you've got fresh peaches, go for it. I did drain these as much as I could. If you are using fresh peaches, you'll need about 4 cups of sliced peaches. Now let's make our topping. We just need 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. We need 1/2 cup of butter. It's always tricky to me when I see that. I'm like, oh, 1/2 stick. No, 1/2 cup is a whole stick of butter. It needs to be cold. And I just went ahead and kind of pre-sliced it. We need a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then the recipe calls for salt, but my butter is salted. So now I'm just taking a pastry cutter and I'm going to work this all together. And now we're gonna fold in our rolled oats. I've got 1 cup of oats. Let's just kind of mix that together, incorporate it all together, and then this is gonna go directly on top of our peaches. The instructions say to just press down lightly. That is a lot of topping. I hope that's okay. This is going in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. We want the top to be nice and golden. While our peach crisp is in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and make muffins for tomorrow morning. These sound delicious. They are strawberry oat muffins. You do wanna preheat your oven to 375. First of all, we wanna let our oats soak in buttermilk. So I've got a cup of oats and I'm just gonna pour this buttermilk over it, and we're gonna set this to the side and let them soak for about 5 minutes. And again, if you have self-rising flour, you could definitely use that in place of what I'm about to do. But I'm going to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour to this bowl, along with a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt. Stir that together, and we're gonna set that to the side. So we went from small bowl to medium bowl to large bowl. In this large bowl, we're gonna beat together this egg, along with a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 3/4 a cup of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. We're gonna take our oats that are in this buttermilk and have been soaking. You know what, I'm gonna let these soak for another minute or 2. I probably should have done this to begin with. When you pour your milk over your oats, go ahead and stir it up so that all the oats get coated. I'm gonna let this sit for another 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, now we are gonna add our oat mixture into our egg mixture. Let's blend all of that together. And now we are just going to stir in our flour mixture just until everything has gotten good and, I don't want to say the M word, but you know, it's all mixed together. Why do I always forget about my KitchenAid mixer? Now we've got a cup of fresh strawberries that I've already chopped. I'm gonna add these in. I'm using this baking spray that has the flour in it. Now I'm just gonna fill each one of these muffin cups 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full. Okay, I'm filling mine a little bit more full than it said to, just because I had a little extra left over. So Mine are very, very full. These are going in a 375-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. It is time for peach crisp. Let me go see if Steven wants some. Hang on. That was a yes.
There's some peaches up in here.
Yep. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me.
Something.
Millions of peaches.
Peaches for free.
Peaches for free. That's right.
We got some oats are not my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
No.
But we need some fiber, don't we?
That's right. They're not crunchy.
That's really good.
And they're not chewy and sticky.
Cinnamon. I love the peach is really just coming through there. Everything else is beautiful.
Would be good with ice cream. We ain't got none. Sorry.
I need some ice cream with that. There's some vanilla ice cream. Some of that vanilla bean.
Vanilla bean. We have ice cream, but it's a mint chocolate chip. That's not a vibe with this.
No, I can't do that.
No. But this is delicious. Even if you don't love oats, like this guy, it's really good.
Not an oat lover, but I tolerate that.
It is the next morning. I'm going to be trying these strawberry oat muffins. Steven had one last night. He said it was really good. So I've got my coffee in my Jessica O'Donoghue Y'all mug. I love it. The oats, you can hardly even really tell they're there, quite honestly. It's a muffin. It's perfect. It's not too sweet. It's not too sweet. But the best part of it all are those strawberries. Honestly, if I were to make this again, I would add maybe 1.5 cups of strawberries. You don't want to bite without it because they are just, they kind of melt in your mouth. They're good. 5 oats recipes. I'll drink to that. There's a gnat. Oven's ready. What you doing?
Digging in the trash. What are you doing?
Digging in the trash. I'm making some good food. You ain't gotta dig in the trash.
All right.
Okay. Maresy dotes and dozy dotes and lambs the ivy, kill the ivy too, and you. Oh, don't act. Don't act. Look. Behave. And now we're just gonna fill each one. Excuse me. And now we're just gonna fill each one 2/3 to 3. Why? Okay. Hold please. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay, we're back. We're rolling. We ready? We're ready. Let's go. So be sure to visit thrivemarket.com/mandyinthemaking. You are going to save 30% off of your first order. Plus, they're going to give you a free gift valued up to $60.